We, the members of the Polk County Sheriff's Office, are committed to excellence in providing law enforcement, detention, and public safety services. In partnership with our community, we will serve with integrity, compassion, accountability, and professionalism.
June 28, 2024. Operation Rooske, a family affair. Florida Department of Law Enforcement, and the Florida Attorney General's Office of Statewide Prosecution, Ashley Moody, Attorney General, coordinate dismantling of Lakeland-based fentanyl trafficking organization. A multi-agency fentanyl trafficking investigation which lasted just over 3 years, resulted in the arrest of 64 people, and crippled the Lakeland-based organization. The effort began in January of 2021 and included the coordination between the Polk County Sheriff's Office, the Florida Department of Law Enforcement, and the Attorney General's Office of Statewide Prosecution, Ashley Moody, Attorney General. The investigations were conducted with the assistance of the State Financial Assistance for Fentanyl Eradication, S.A.F.E., Florida program managed by the FDLE. In 2023, the Florida legislature established state funding for the S.A.F.E. program to conduct investigations designed to combat illegal fentanyl trafficking. The grant provides financial support and assistance for approved fentanyl-related investigative costs, such as overtime, travel, investigative supplies and equipment, and training. Organized crime unit detectives from the PCSO and special agents from FDLE conducted multiple undercover purchases of fentanyl from the Rooske drug trafficking organization, which used the Rooske bait and tackle shop, 6908 US 982 N, Lakeland, and Rooske motorcycle parts and accessories, 6916 US 98 N, Lakeland, for drug trafficking and money laundering. The leader of the organization was identified as 43-year-old Hector Baez Torres of Lakeland. Co-conspirators were identified as Baez Torres's wife, Pilar Rivera, 41, and their daughter, Jaimilia Baez Rivera, 23. Baez Torres's right-hand man was identified to be 24-year-old Miguel Castro Rivera of Auburndale. 2 suppliers of illegal drugs to the Rooske organization were identified, 26-year-old Wilfredo Feliciano Velez and 59-year-old Casimiro B. Del Valle of Kissimmee. Feliciano Velez was arrested by PCSO detectives as he was delivering 3 kilograms of cocaine to Hector Baez Torres. B. Del Valle was arrested at his residence by the Osceola County Sheriff's Office during the execution of a search warrant. On June 20, 2024, detectives from the PCSO's Bureau of Special Investigations, along with FDLE special agents, executed 5 search warrants in Polk County, Rooske motorcycle parts and accessories, Rooske bait and tackle shop, the residence of Hector and Pilar, the residence of Jaimilia and Miguel, and the residence of Luis and Wilma, and 1 in Osceola County, the residence of Casimiro. During the investigation, the following illegal drugs were seized: fentanyl, 742.14 grams, cocaine 3,585.42 grams, methamphetamine, 13.08 grams, oxycodone, 57 grams, and marijuana, 228.69 grams. The total street value of the seized illegal drugs is estimated to be worth $475,348.60. Among the assets seized were $12,270 in U.S. currency, 5 vehicles, $154,000, 2 personal watercrafts, $15,000, dirt bikes and off-road vehicles, $40,000, enclosed trailer, $4,000, Rooske bait store merchandise, $35,000, Rooske motorcycle shop merchandise, $55,000, jewelry/electronics/firearms/designer apparel, $67,500, bank accounts, $40,000, and liens on the residence of Hector and Pilar, $200,000. The total value of these seized assets is $604,770. Those assets, combined with the organization's seized illegal drugs, produced a total impact of $1,080,118.60 on the Rooske drug trafficking organization. In essence, This fentanyl trafficking organization was the family business. The motorcycle shop and the bait shop were corrupt businesses that were used as a means for money laundering. Their customers weren't involved, they had no idea what was going on. In fact, the owners tried to project a wholesome facade while conducting their criminal enterprise behind the scenes until it all came crashing down on them. Thanks to the fantastic work by our detectives. Grady Judd, Sheriff. While most of the arrests were buyers of illegal drugs from the Rooske organization, detectives used those arrests to lead back to and build a case against the organization. The following were the main actors arrested during this operation. Hector Baez Torres, 43, Lakeland. Charged, racketeering, F1, conspiracy to commit racketeering, F1, unlawful use of two-way communication device, F3. Pilar Rivera, 41, Lakeland, Hector's wife. Charged, conspiracy to commit racketeering, F1, unlawful use of two-way communication device, F3. Jaimilia Baez Rivera, 23, Auburndale, daughter of Hector and Pilar. Charged, conspiracy to commit racketeering, F1, trafficking in cocaine 28 grams or more, F1. Trafficking in fentanyl 28 grams or more, F1, possession of oxycodone, F1, possessing a structure for drugs with minor present, F1. Negligent child abuse W/O bodily harm, F3, unlawful use of two-way communication device, F3. Possession of marijuana resin, F3, possession of marijuana, M1, possession of drug paraphernalia, M1, and possession of prescription drug without prescription, M2. Miguel Castro Rivera, 24, Auburndale, boyfriend of Jaimilia. Charged, armed trafficking in cocaine, FL, racketeering, F1, conspiracy to commit racketeering, F1. Trafficking in fentanyl 14 grams or more, F1, armed trafficking in fentanyl 28 grams or more, F1, possessing a structure for drugs with minor present, F1. Use of firearm during commission of felony offense, F2, unlawful use of two-way communication device, F3. Negligent child abuse W/O bodily harm, F3, possession of marijuana resin, F3, possession of oxycodone, F3. Possession of marijuana, M1, possession of altered firearm, M1, resisting without violence, M1, possession of drug paraphernalia, M1, and possession of prescription drug without prescription, M2. Luis Ramos Delgado, 48, Lakeland, boyfriend of Wilma. Charged, racketeering, F1, conspiracy to commit racketeering, F1, trafficking in fentanyl 4G.
Equality before the law, also known as equality under the law. Equality in the eyes of the law, legal equality, or legal egalitarianism, is the principle that all people must be equally protected by the law. The rule of law is a political ideal that all citizens and institutions within a country, state, or community are accountable to the same laws, including lawmakers and leaders. It is sometimes stated simply as no one is above the law.